Hello everyone and welcome to Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian filling in for Jim Rogers today. Hopkins County Sheriff Lewis Tatum says that there was a murder-suicide in the county Thursday night, and Sheriff Tatum had details for media members Friday morning.
Got a call yesterday. Dispatch received a call from a female subject stated that she'd been at a residence in a tire area, and she believed that the lady, the wife of the residence, was deceased, been murdered, and the suspect was still there. This call went to Amanda Weatherford, her sergeant, patrol sergeant at the time. She gathered up all the intel she could, started a crime scene at the Tire Community Center, got a command post set up, contacted the SWAT, Texas Rangers, and got negotiators up there, made contact with the subject in the house. He did talk to David Gilmore, who was a negotiator from Sulphur Springs PD, and seemed to be cooperating. SWAT staged, got ready to take him into, detain him if he came out of the house, and they heard a single gunshot in the house. They went ahead and deployed gas and went in the house and found both subjects in the residence deceased. William Benefield, 70-year-old white male, and Teresa Benefield, 61-year-old white female, were both in residence. They both deceased. Texas Rangers and RCID and all are still on scene working the crime scene right now.
The Hopkins County Fire Department celebrated the arrival of a special new fire truck with a push-in ceremony Friday at noon at the county fire station. County Judge Robert Newsom served as the MC.
I want to thank you for being here this afternoon, and we're a little bit ready to start, ready a little bit later than I meant to be, but I want to first thank you for being here, and we're going to have some quick activities today. It will not be lengthy and no long speeches. I said that ahead of time, but I do want to introduce a few people who have joined us, and we're so glad that Dan Flynn is still standing up over here, our representative, and we're so glad he's here. So thank you for Dan for being here today. Dan, I don't think y'all been sleeping in Austin at all from what I've been hearing in these midnight meetings. So anyway, thank you so much for serving us. From the county, I want to introduce, I see Mike Odell, raise your hand over here, Commissioner Precinct 2, Commissioner Precinct 3, Wade Bartley, Commissioner Precinct 4, Danny Evans, is Commissioner Precinct 1, Mickey Barker right there, all right. And then we have some city council here today. I see Emily, you're not on anymore. You didn't run it. Okay, then one more time. Okay, stand up, please, Emily. We're glad you're here. Who else from the city council is here, please? I really haven't seen everybody. All right. Mark Maxwell, would you stand, Mark? Thank you so much for being here today. Yeah. Jim Thompson over here is our treasurer. He's here. I'm looking around for other county officials.
Good sheriff.
Sheriff. Finest sheriff in the state of Texas, right over here, Lewis Tatum. Okay, yeah. Let me see. I'll let our fire chief introduce any other fire officials. Is that pretty well it? Well, I want to once again welcome you here today. I'm going to turn it over to Andy, and we're just really, really excited about this. This is a long time coming, and it's going to be a blessing to the city of Sulphur Springs as well as big time the county of Hopkins. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Judge Newsom. Thank y'all for all coming out on behalf of Hopkins County Fire Department. We're very pleased to have you all here today. It's a great turnout, and thank you for all the other members of other fire departments that came today. Let's see, Chief Bassham and from Commerce Fire Department. I appreciate you coming out today. And the ones I've missed, let me see anybody else on that. And also, again, I'd like to thank the Judge Robert Newsom and the county commissioners, Senator Flynn, and thank y'all all for coming out today. This is a big moment for Hopkins County. Great day. What this push-in ceremony is it's an old tradition, and we're trying to bring a lot of our old traditions back into the fire service throughout Fire America. And a lot of departments all across the United States are doing these push-ins again, because back in the old days when we actually pulled the steamer, and I say we, it was they that did that, they would actually have to push the engine back in, this old steam engine, after they unhooked from the horse team. And that is an old tradition that we're bringing back here, and we're very proud to do this. We wanted to show off what your taxpayers at work are doing here. It is your fire engine. It's not ours. We are the carekeepers of this fire engine. We're going to do our very best to take care of it, keep it in tip-top shape. Maintenance-wise, we're going to do everything because it is your fire apparatus, and it's here for you, for your protection. It's also help with the ISO, those things like that. So we're very pleased to have this apparatus here. It's going to be serving our county, our cities. It'll be serving them for many, many years. So thank you for coming out. The next step we're going to do is if everybody can come out in front of the engine, we're going to have the Chamber of Commerce. Leslie Brown's going to come out. We're actually going to do a quick ribbon cutting. After we do that, we'll get everyone to come around. We're going to put our hands on the truck. We're not going to actually make you push it in. We're actually going to crank it up. We're going to put it in reverse. So everyone be. So we're going to just be very careful with the kids around the wheels turning. Just kind of help us watch that. And then Pastor Joel T-Meyer, which is our chaplain for Hopkins County Fire Department, he's going to say a quick prayer over it, and then we'll push it in. But again, this is your apparatus. This is your fire engine. We're here to serve Hopkins County. We'll work side by side with the volunteers of Hopkins County. It's for them as well. So it's not only just here at Hopkins County, it's everybody's fire engine. So we're very pleased. And again, thank you for coming out. So if everyone will come out to the front of the fire apparatus, and we'll do a quick ribbon cutting. Let Joel pray over it, and then we'll push it in. You push it in. You can do it. You can push it in.
Mark did that. Now all of you folks get over here.
Behind it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right, Andy, are you ready?
A couple things real quick on here that I didn't do. One is we did put a bell on the front. That bell will go with the next apparatus that comes through. That was donated by Becky. It has on there Matt and Chance, and if any other firefighters that go through that, we put their name on there as well. But that's the bell that's on there, and that bell will continue on, and we greatly appreciate that right there. So it's an added feature to the truck that really sets it off. And the last thing we want to put on there, this is going to go inside of the apparatus. And Beth Weisenbaker was part of this decision process. So we put her on there as well. So we put Mickey Barker and Beth because Mickey was part of it. He was coming on right before. So his influence was very influential on this truck being purchased for the county. So it says Engine 20 commissioned on July 21st, 2017. Special thanks to County Judge Robert Newsom, County Commissioner Beth Weisenbaker, Precinct 1, County Commissioner Mickey Barker, Precinct 1, County Commissioner Michael Odell, Precinct 2, Commissioner Wade Bartley, Precinct 3, Commissioner Danny Evans, Precinct 4, and at the bottom says proudly serving our community since 1999. So. At this time, we'll let Joel. We'll get around this thing and we'll lay some hands on it, pray on it, ask the Lord to last 20 years at least, please.
Joel, how are you tonight? Doing great. Great to see you.
I don't know.
Well, as we gather around and as we get ready to pray, I figure it's not important what I say, but what God's already said about things in this earth and even here. And so I just want to read a brief passage of Scripture, and that will be our prayer, and that'll be God's promises over this house and over the people of this house and over everything He's blessed this house with. And it's Psalms 91. It's a real familiar passage of Scripture, and it says, "For he who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. He is my God in whom I trust. He will deliver us from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover us with his feathers, and under his wings we will find refuge. His faithfulness will be our shield and our rampart. We will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at our side and 10,000 at our right hand, but it will not come near us. We will only observe with our eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. Because we have made the Lord our dwelling place, the Most High our refuge, no evil will befall us, and no disaster will come near our tent. He will command his angels concerning us to guard us in all our ways. On their hands they will lift us up, lest we strike our foot up against a stone. We will tread upon the lion and the cobra. We will trample the lion and the serpent underfoot. Because we hold fast to him in love, he will deliver us, he will honor us. He will protect us because we acknowledge his name. When we call to him, he will answer us. He will be with us in trouble. He will rescue us and he will honor us. With long life he will satisfy us and show us his salvation. Amen. And that's the blessing of the Lord on this house, on you, and on all your people that serve with you, and on all your equipment. Thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you very much.
Consignors shipped 5,285 head of calves and yearlings to the July 19th Northeast Texas Beef Improvement Organization pre-conditioned stocker and feeder sale, and all the cattle were purchased. The sale drew a full house of sellers, buyers, and visitors to the Sulphur Springs Livestock Commission. David Fowler, co-owner of the Livestock Commission, said the market was good and the quality of cattle was excellent. He added he believed the sellers were pleased with the results of the sale. The cattle ended up selling for $908.61 per head. 246 producers sent cattle to the sale, and there were 31 buyers. One purchaser in Gulf Shores, Alabama, used the internet during the sale and bought over 100 head. There will be 2 more net bio preconditioned calf and yearling sales this year, and they're scheduled for September 20th and November 15th. And 5 students pursuing degrees in agriculture received $1,000 scholarships during that net bio sale. The J.D. Norris Scholarship was awarded to Josh Haddocks of Martinsville, a fourth-year veterinary student at the Texas A&M University College of Veterinary Medicine. And 4 students received Jim Jacobs scholarships. They are Carson Hicks of Sulphur Springs, a student at Texas A&M Commerce, Cody Vance of Sulphur Bluff, also a student at Texas A&M Commerce, Aaron Swinson of Commerce, a student at Texas A&M Commerce, and also Taylor Powell, a fourth-year student at the Texas A&M University College of Veterinary Medicine. These scholarships were presented by Dwight Bell, NetBio CEO. And Tony Taylor, the canteen manager for the VFW Post number 8560 in Sulphur Springs, tells us that the canteen is back open as of this Friday. The VFW canteen is located right next to the VFW Post number 8560 home, located at 1 Veterans Drive, right beside Bob Evans Foods in Sulphur Springs. Taylor also reminds everyone that karaoke night is coming up on Saturday from 8:30 p.m. until 12:30 a.m., and the canteen also offers free pool Mondays from 7 p.m. until 9:30 p.m. This year's Children's Summer Theater Workshop is presenting Disney's The Lion King Jr. The cast recently showed what they've been learning at a dress rehearsal. They'll be presenting The Lion King Jr. on the stage of the SSHS Auditorium this Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 2 p.m. Tickets are $15 and can be purchased at the door. Main Street Theater veteran David Woody is directing the kids. And the Hopkins County 12 and under Dixie Ponytails won their state tournament last weekend at Coleman Park, and they're now headed to the World Series, or they will be headed to the World Series in Sumter, South Carolina, taking place July 29th through August the 2nd. Brent Tanton is the Hopkins County Ponytails coach, and I talked with him Friday morning.
We're excited to be headed to Sumter, South Carolina, and represent Hopkins County and the town of Sulphur Springs.
When will that be taking place?
It'll be taking place July 29th through August 2nd.
Tell us about the state tournament and how that turned out. Obviously turned out well for these girls.
Yes, sir. The state tournament was very competitive for us. We ended up having to go through the toughest bracket, and we were, as everybody knows, we were very slim on pitching, but we were able to push through, and in the end, won the game. So,
what's the strength of this team, you think?
Oh, definitely the strength of this team is our defense. Our defense is very stout. We put a lot of time and effort and practice on our defense. A lot of these kids are play travel ball together, so yeah, our defense is very strong.
And they got obviously some timely hits, I'm sure, to win the tournament.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we had to have the timely hits to push a couple runs across. We have a couple slap hitters on our team to set the table at the top of the lineup, and yeah, it's very important for those girls to get on base. That way our power hitters can pull through.
How many pitchers did you use in the tournament?
We used 3 pitchers.
Tell us about them.
Okay, so one of our pitchers is Crimson Bryant. She is very important to our team. She sets the table. She usually starts the game. Denver White is another pitcher. She's more of our closer. She comes in. We do it that way. We split our pitching up to keep the girls fresh. And we also had Salem Adair come in, give us a couple innings, which was very huge.
Who are some of your stars on defense? Tell us about your infield and outfield and catcher.
Some of our starters on defense, our shortstop would be Jaden Harper. She is very, very good shortstop. Salem Adair is our third baseman. Alexis Tanton's our second baseman. Josie Howard was very important to our team. She's our first baseman as well. And Emily Soto is our center fielder. So, you know, we also have left fielder. We have Tia Nash, Laney Hurley, several kids that are very important to our team.
And tell us who some of the big hitters were, came through big in the state tournament.
Some of our biggest hitters in the state tournament was Jaden Harper. Crimson Bryant was very important. Emily Soto was huge. She stepped up with some big hits. She was probably the most important hitter on our team as far as knocking kids in, getting the RBIs pushed through. And then, of course, Alexis Stanton and Josie Howard and Salin Adair, getting those speed players on base ahead of them. So that was very important.
Yeah. It's expensive to go to South Carolina. I'm sure you're doing some fundraising, that sort of thing. You could use some help, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. We could use some help, and we've had quite a bit of help already from several businesses. Businesses are stepping up to the plate, helping these kids out, but we're also going to be doing a fundraiser Saturday night on the square at 5 p.m. We will be having a barbecue sandwich cook-off.
Oh, good.
So, we'd like for everybody to come out and kind of help support the team as well.
Team excited about getting to go to South Carolina?
Some of these girls have never been to the World Series. I'd say 90% of them have never been. So this is going to be a great experience for these kids to, get. Some of them are going to be able to drive down there. Some of these girls are flying, have never flown in an airplane.
Wow.
So they're going to, just when you package all that experience together, these girls are going to be excited. So
yeah.
we're looking forward to it.
You you had the opportunity to play right here in town at Coleman Park, and was that special, kind of winning in the home environs like that?
It was very special. There was a lot of other teams that kind of thought we had that home cooking going, but what they didn't realize, these umpires were from different towns.
Sure.
So, but yeah, it was very important to do it in front of our hometown fans. Several of the community came out and supported us as well, and it was very special doing it here in Silver Springs.
Who were some of the tough teams that you faced, that maybe the toughest rivals in this tournament?
I would have said Winsboro. Winsboro.
Okay.
Surprisingly, there was teams from around Houston and Lufkin, but the toughest team was Winsboro, and I'll tell you why. Half of their kids or older kids. Our team is a very young team. We're all first-year 12E players. Their team was a little bit older, but at the same time, we had scrimmaged them a few weeks before to kind of, fill them out a little bit, and that they're very good. But a lot of our kids travel with their kids. We have travel ball teams, and half their kids combined with our kids. So I'd say we're very familiar with each other, and that made it even more tougher.
Who are your assistants? Who's been helping you out on this team?
Chris Adair is an assistant coach, and Tanya Hurley. Chris Adair has a lot of experience. He's been an assistant coach on a couple of other past World Series teams, so he's been grateful. He's been great help to kind of give a lot of advice, kind of help push us through. And as far as fundraising, Tanya Hurley. Tanya Hurley's great. She's been stepping up to the plate, getting businesses to step in. And as far as the softball side of it, she's stepped in, and she's very good at keeping the books and helping the kids out in the dugout, just that kind of stuff.
Have you ever been to the World Series before?
No, sir.
First for you, too.
Yes, we won a state title when we were in T-ball, when all these girls started young, but they didn't have a World Series then.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's good. You mentioned Adair having that experience. That helps to have somebody that's kind of been there before and can kind of tell you, kind of some of the things to expect.
Yes, sir. Chris Adair, he's a great guy, and he's a great leader to these kids. So, it's very important to have him on this team.
Coach, keep us advised of how things are going for your team, and we wish you the best in South Carolina.
All right, I appreciate you. Thank you.
That's Channel 18 TV News for today. I'm Don Julian, filling in for Jim Rogers. Have a pleasant evening, everyone.